Run.
He's got everything. I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best, to play of all time. He's just a phenomenal player. To be here today, as I said, I'm delighted to be here.
We saw him in the beginning of the game. We talked before. You will see in the first few minutes if he wants to win this game, and he start pressing, he start regaining the ball. We saw him even regaining the ball inside the box for his team. He shows the commitment. If Lionel Messi is showing the commitment, he's running, the rest of the players are going to give 120%.
Let's talk briefly about Liverpool. I mean, it's obviously a desperately disappointing result for them, and to be honest, their performance merited probably much more.
I thought Klopp set them up very well. I thought he stifled them for big periods, and it was a very even game for long periods. I think that they defended very well.
Probably the first 20 minutes of the second half, Liverpool were very dominant,
and it was very much up and back. And I think it was like almost like a basketball match. We attack you, you attack us, and again, it's down to them moments in games when you get opportunities. Mane's chance, Salah's at the end there, hit the post. You've got the whole goal gaping. I mean, you've got to get goals.
Great opportunity.
Milner, two opportunities. I think you've got to take a chance at this level if you're going to think you have a chance to get your hands on the trophy.
They had more completed passes than Barcelona, which says something. Obviously, there's only one statistic that really counts.
Definitely very difficult position-wise to take the ball away from Barcelona. At the Camp Nou is very difficult. Not many teams can arrive here with that personality and try to keep the ball. But it's true that when you have the chances, you have to score. And with the quality of the play you got on the pitch, you have to at least score one of the chances.
Having watched that, I think we need a breather. So, as if you need reminding, we'll have both second legs exclusively live here on BT Sport next week. On Tuesday, we'll be at Anfield for Liverpool against as well. And Liverpool have it all to do. They played well in this game, there's no question about that, but they failed to take their chances. And Barcelona took theirs, starting with Suarez in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic goal, a great...
One off the line, Salah at the post, Mane had a chance. I mean, that was the difference, was it?
Yeah, of course. So but that's and how it is. What can I say? It's difficult to it's easier to talk about goals. Ball is in, bring them up. How we created the moment. It's outstanding. How we caused them problem was outstanding. We controlled the game so good in the second half, especially we had the ball. But then we look for one time. Bad defending, being 1-0 down is already hard, but not a big problem usually, and that's how we went out in the half time, analyzed the first half, told the boys what they can do better and what they have to do again. Going out then and then the game, how we played it, I don't know if we can play it much better, to be honest. But then you have that one moment, the ball goes to the crossbar, and the situation. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but then it's Messi, I think, there, very easy goal. Yeah, and the other one is then they want to strike again, so that's how it is. I think Ali was there, and each other ball he would have saved, but that ball was obviously unsavable. Yeah, so that's it, 3-0 down, and now let's recover and go to Newcastle.
It must be pretty despondent in the dressing room right now.
Yeah, there's no party in the dressing room, that's true. So, but I told the boys my view of the game, so and that's how it is. We made our experiences, we always learned of it, that's how it is, but they obviously are much more experienced. You saw that in moments when they wanted to stop our rhythm, stuff like that, going down, all that stuff, but it's part of the game, and we cannot change that. I think we reacted well in all these moments. So it was these 3 moments, maybe they had another chance, and then the counter-attacks, how we defended the counter-attacks, wow, I have a big heart there, I love this. But I said, now it's the game is over, and whatever I say will not change the result. So, and that's what we have to accept.
But you can change the result in the return at Anfield. It'll take something superhuman, of course.
Oh yes, we will play again. That was the plan. So yeah, that's of course, and then we will see. But it's of course, we made our life not easier with that result. But still, our people will be there, but we don't have to think about that game now. In 3 days, we play against Newcastle, and that's much more important.
Thanks, you.
You're welcome.
Well, he may have lost a game of football, but he's certainly not lost his sense of humour, has he? And you have to say, he set his team up, and they caused Barcelona a lot of problems. And you could argue after probably an hour, maybe 70 minutes, they were the better side overall.
I've got to say, I have huge respect for the way that Klopp set his team up today. To come here to the Nou Camp with a great team as the opposition, I've been in this situation before, and panic sets in at times. And I didn't notice panic in his team at all. That's experience, that's a calmness, that's an assuredness within his team's performance to carry out the tactics that's been laid out for them. And I thought they'd done that to a man today. But I just thought the difference was the experience and the cutting edge is the difference between the two sides. And the players at the top end of the pitch for Barcelona were mesmerising. I'm sorry about the pun, but Messi was phenomenal. And you can't get away from that fact that he can take a game off a team. No matter how good you set yourself up, no matter how good you're playing at the time, when he decides and the moment comes and then he has to make a decision in the final third, he gets it right more often than anyone else.
Yeah,
This is where how Barcelona scored their goals, getting their ball out wide to the left-hand side. Alba, an overload, comes from behind this time. It's a fantastic run from Suarez. But again, we said earlier, I think you watch it here and you watch Virgil van Dijk, he's with Suarez. He sees him all the time here. Looks over his shoulder.
You have to finish it, Dario, because the pace of the ball, it comes in front of you, it comes bouncing a little bit. You have to make the perfect touch to go over the keeper. The keeper is waiting for you to touch it, and he exactly in the same moment touch it just a little bit to go over the keeper. It's a fantastic finish.
There's no doubt it's an exquisite finish, but if you communicate as a defender there, Virgil van Dijk's got to control Matip in front of him to stop that ball coming in that area.
Yeah, after that, Liverpool got very much back into the game. The first half of the second half, they were very dominant, weren't they?
Yeah.
But then Barcelona crept back into it, and then it was all about Messi, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've seen it started very quiet, walking around, just checking the position of the teammates, and then receive the ball where he likes the most, in the middle of the park, in the pockets. I think it was a deflection, a tackle from Fabinho from behind, pass the ball, and the rebounds arrived to Luis Suarez, hit the post, and well,
I think most players there would have headed that in. He's probably the only player I know that actually would have chested that and knocked it.
It's the confidence in his touch. Any part of his body he feels he can get the ball under control, and invariably he does. And listen, at this point here, this is when you've got to say, the experience comes into play as a team. No more goals, but it's different. It feels like a current in the sea that's just taking you, and you get dragged down. It's just, you can't help it. When a stadium like this, the emotion of it, they just drag you in, and then all of a sudden it's 3-0, and it could have been 40 and with Dembele's chance.
You were talking along about sometimes we're honoured to have been in this
I feel blessed.
venue tonight to see a special moment, 600th goal for Barcelona, and what a goal. What a free kick.
Well, we were stood there
and
going,
it's his 8th direct free kick this season.
We were there going, it's too far. I don't think I've given him enough credit. First time I saw it, I said the keeper could have done a bit better maybe. Listen, that's right in the top corner there. From the distance he's hit it, without much of a run-up as well. I mean, exquisite.
You can run more, you can jump higher, but it's just impossible. You've seen, I mean, you know Alisson is a fantastic keeper. He's been brilliant the whole season, and he doesn't arrive. He's top corner. I mean, impossible to
You
stop
think he just flicked Gomez's shoulder, don't you?
Yeah, it just touched his shoulder.
Which probably stopped it going right in the top corner.
Yeah. But I mean, as I said, I said beforehand as the game finished, he decided to take over this game, and that's how good a player is. He can decide that, and there's probably only 1 or 2 other players ever in the game that could do that.
Yeah. I think we've got some more angles. I've just been told we might as well have a look at them. I mean,
yeah, not going to get bored of this, are we?
It's difficult to say many more things. Like you said, he's the 8th goal of him in the whole season from free kick side. I mean, it's just
astonishing number.
It's unbelievable. If you check the stats, not many players can score that many goals from there. And we've seen all different kinds. Top corner, underneath the wall, all kind of different ones.
600 career goals. Just let that sink in.
And it's amazing, Ronaldo got his 600 career goal at the weekend. I mean, these two, certainly in terms of goals, they push each other on, there's no doubt about that. Liverpool, we've said it so many times, had real opportunities to score. Not half chances,
no,
proper chances.
And the credit to them, they created chances, and their game plan was great. They were hitting on the counter-attack. This was Gerrard-esque, that ball from Henderson. But this is a difference. The top level, the cutting edge, being potent at this level, you have to finish them chances. And listen, this Liverpool team, they won't sleep tonight based on the chances that they missed, because they were clear-cut, big chances at crucial points in the game.
Yeah, it was a fantastic cross from Henderson, and not clear touch from Mane.
But here again, I thought Salah at times was unplayable. I mean, this is a great chance. We've seen Milner put these balls in the top corner.
Good save.
Ter Stegen
nice
was
height,
great today as well.
Yeah, he's a top-class goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's not the only one he done today. He's done like 3-4 good ones. One I remember, it was
Down low.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And the one, I think you were mentioning, you have to do a little bit more effort because the keeper is like an easy ball from a fantastic play from Salah.
Yeah, Milner's got to work him harder there. He's running onto that full pelt, maybe adjust his feet a little bit.
Klopp knows.
But that's the reaction of someone that knows you're not going to get many more of them chances, and in the end they did.
Well, they did. They had another. I mean, Salah right at the end as well, didn't he? That
hit the post.
This was when it was 3-0, straight from the kickoff.
But this is what going back to Anfield. If they nick a goal here, this is a different game going back to Anfield. Mane again, who was good today. But you've got to finish this. I mean, Salah.
This one has to be.
It's a very good chance on his left foot. It's probably a goal.
He was so good tonight, Salah. As well.
I loved watching him today. He was up
but
for it.
This is a glaring miss.
Yeah, it was a bit the right foot. Arrives a little bit late, too wide, but again, he has to be in. He has to be in because he gives you all the hope for the next game.
Perhaps trying to be too precise there. Just make sure you hit.
He saw a lot of players in front of the goal, so he tried to put it on top corner.
Okay, let's have another breather.
Mira.